is in order.
This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Today it's live opening round coverage of the Mountain Shootout. So the action is underway, and we'll take you out now to our featured golfer here at number 1. Getting ready to get the tournament started. Frank, first tee jitters?
Oh, everybody gets them. That's the beauty of it. If you don't, you shouldn't be playing this game. Just try and think nice and slow.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Good swing, good shot yet again. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
Rich, it's been a very good workmanlike performance. Yet another birdie.
Into the top 15 on the leaderboard. Frank, how about the par 3 second hole?
The first of 5 par 3s the players will play today, Rich. This one's surrounded by bunkers, but certainly one of the shorter par 3s. So with a good tee shot here, you can imagine you could easily get a putt inside 10 to 15 feet for birdie.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time that one gets him in the top 10.
So par 4 to open, then a par 3, and now Frank here at the third, a par 5 at 528 yards.
And you get to see everything very early on in the round. Dogleg left first hole, par 3 second, and now a long dogleg right par 5. With a good tee shot, though, you can definitely reach this hole in 2.
Good tee shot right in the fairway and plenty long. All right, Frank, what's the right play here on this second shot to the par 5 third?
Well, even though that hole is a dogleg to the right, the best way to bring it in actually is to use the general contours, which is right to left, and the shape of the shot in that direction as well. So it might look like a little cut, but it actually suits a little draw.
Crucial eagle attempt on the way. So a tester from 4 feet. Frank didn't take notice of that name until right now, until that eagle.
And it started to send a whole ripple through the tournament.
Well, Frank, no doubt this is one of the most photographed holes in all of golf.
The Devil's Cauldron, just get to the front of the tee there, get the camera out. The vistas there are amazing. You see the mountains in the background. This green surrounded by the pine trees. Of course, if you like a lake or two, there's a lake just in front of that green, just to give you that little color of blue in the snapshot you're going to take.
Like to look at them, not swim in them. Certainly not fish golf balls out. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
And getting ready for the putt. Here's the leaderboard, and Frank, keep an eye on Ricky Fowler. We know he's capable of putting up birdies in bunches.
Yeah, he's now just 3 shots behind the leader.
Well, again, Frank, we get that good mix of holes here. We've had a couple of par 3s, a short par 5, and that opening par 4. Now at the 5th hole, 424-yard par 4.
The first bunker on the right, not really in play for the good players. Just be a little cognizant of that one on the left side, you know, on what club you want to hit off the tee. Ideally, that line is the 3rd bunker, the one in the distance. It's a good line off the tee here.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
This would be a huge momentum swing. This one's for birdie. Racking them and stacking them right now. 6 under par for the tournament. Frank, you played at the highest level all over the world. What was a comfortable yardage for you on holes like this?
I actually had a club, believe it or not, that just the grooves on it, it would go 105 yards. It was a lofted sand on, whether it was out of the first cut or rough or the fairway. So if I could hit it around 100 yards, I could almost hit that distance with my eyes closed. After that, 70 yards was the next one. So everybody has that little sort of sweet spot with the wedge.
So that means on a hole like this, you were looking for something off the tee in the 265 to 270 range, and that would put what club in your hand?
Just in those days, it was a 53-degree sand on, yeah.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Now comfortably inside that cut line, the former national champ makes birdie. Well, Frank, this is the longest hole on the golf course, 602 yards, obviously a par 5, though, but guys like Rory have to be thinking about making an easy 4, getting home in 2.
Yeah, you referenced it. Longest hole on the golf course. Yet Rory McIlroy still reached it in 2.
We knew it right away. Picked up the tee, didn't even look at it. We can see it. It's perfect. Right down the middle of the fairway. Setting up for this next approach, our featured player starting to pick it up after that less than stellar start to the round.
But as we know, Rich, golf is such a streaky game. Perhaps now this player can catch fire and put together some good holes in a row.
This has been a tee to green clinic. Absolutely perfect. Everything coming off the center of the club face and everything in regulation. Getting set now over the putt.
Rich, how can you leave an eagle putt short?
Well, you can't. I mean, that's
The
embarrassing.
you can leave a par putt, birdie putt, an eagle putt.
Might want to just shut the game down and quit playing. Just continuing to play some really good golf. 8 under par for the championship. Frank, you like this kind of design feature where you go from the longest hole in the course immediately to the shortest hole.
Certainly, golf giveth and golf taketh away. This is just minimally uphill, just a couple of feet, but you can see from the overview the design of the green. When that flag's on the right, it's a little bit of a longer carry, so just be a little cognizant of that. You don't have to hit it directly at the flag.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
And now he has this for the birdie. You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count, and that is 9 under for the day. Just love the variety here on the front side, Frank, coming off that short par 3 8th. Now we go to another par 5 to round out the side, 501 yards.
And the third par 5. Interesting front 9 here. 3 par 5s, 3 par 3s, and 3 par 4s. This one, not the longest par 5, but still reachable. This one, you have to be a little bit careful, though. This is probably the toughest driving hole on the front 9 with regard to par 5s.
Frank, a lot of exciting shots on this opening side, and here we go again, second to this par 5 ninth.
Got to look at the green down the other side, Rich. Pitches a lot from left to right, so 2 choices. You're going to hit a normal shot. You've got to aim that a little left of that flag. Either that or draw it back towards the flag and into that uphill slope.
All right, Eagle, let's get it. Let's go. That was close, though.
He's hit it very close. He will hit that, Frank, for an eagle.
Amazing how quickly the round changes. He'll quickly pick up 2 shots on the field.
Just a little tap in here. Soaring high and diving in.
And we still got an eagle. Let's get it. Let's go.
Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. We are back on this beautiful day here at Banff Springs in the Canadian Rockies, set to kick off all the action on the back 9. The 10th begin with a par 3, Frank, 218 yards.
And I have no idea why this is called Little Bow, because over 200 yards, you really have to bow up with this tee shot here. That's for sure. Bending there, you need something that comes out of the gate very, very straight and with a decent height on it as well. If you want to land on that left side of the green and make it stop.
Superb shot.
That's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one. Second shot.
Racking them and stacking them. That's 12 under par now for the tournament. Now to the 11th hole. It's a par 4, 417 yards. Frank, what's the key here?
A nice little draw down that left side would be the ideal tee shot. The carry on the 2 little bunkers down the left side really isn't overly long, but that's the desired entry into this green.
Good tee shot right in the short grass. Frank, here at the 11th hole, second shot, another chance to make a birdie.
Certainly is. The only thing you're guarding against here with that second shot into 11 is just going long. Pretty generous green once again. Because it slopes back into the player's face, the ball's not going to kick forward.
Ooh, what a shot.
All right, Eagle, let's go. Let's get it. Let's go.
Here at the 12th, par 4, 442 yards. Frank, what's ahead?
I'm amazing.
This one's called Big Boat. Hole's certainly a lot longer than the 10th hole, which is Little Boat. Dog legs to the player's right, a couple of bunkers down the left side. That first bunker on the left shouldn't be too much of a problem to carry. But once again, even though the hole bends to the right, you'd like to be down the opposite side of the fairway, which is the left.
Interesting, with the almost space-age advancements in golf equipment with new, lighter materials, and with the increased focus on fitness and strength, players are hitting the ball longer than ever. That has forced architects to lengthen the golf courses without sacrificing the integrity or the shot value of the original design. Terrific golf shot, and now that for an easy birdie. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Well, this is a good hole right here. Par 3, 225-yard 13th. Frank, what do you think?
Well, it's called sulfur. I can't remember what element that is on a periodic table, but hardest thing here is not to figure that out, but figure out what club you're going to use. Just a fraction downhill, just over 200 yards. It does narrow up when they start to stick the flag in the back, but there's a nice fat target there, sort of those first two-thirds of the green.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie.
It's no snack, though.
Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
In for par. Well, here we are at the 14th hole. It's a par 4, 442 yards. You like this hole, Frank?
I do, but if you were spraying it off the tee here, then there's all sorts of problems. Bunkers left, trees right. This is a fairway you must hit. Oh, that's fine.
Frank, earlier in the day, we were talking about how this round was pretty much off the rails. I'm shocked that he's put it back together.
Yeah, he looked early on, completely out of it. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Outstanding strike right there, right off the center of the club face, and a good chance for birdie. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Continues to roll it very well all day long. Frank, looking out here on the 15th hole, this looks like a spot where you could really crank one that you could tell your buddies about.
It's another hole that suits a player that hits the ball right to left. It's no surprise to see why Rory McIlroy plays well around here. Nice, big, high towering draw. It's going to go that extra yardage because of the elevation.
Well, it is nice to have that one in your bag, to be able to hit it that long.
Yeah, that has to be at least 315 yards.
Frank, I'm always fascinated by the way professionals approach the game and how different it is from us amateurs. You're not just standing up and hitting a shot, hoping to catch it on the middle of the face. You're thinking about lower high, left to right, or right to left.
Yeah, there's two schools of thought, really. You're either moving the shot away from something or towards something. So this is a great example here.
All right, Eagle.
Away from the left side of the green, but closer towards the
Let's
flag.
get it. Let's go.
What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That's incredible.
That
Shot there.
was so
Easiest of
close.
birdies coming up.
That was crazy. That was also amazing.
Just a formality. He's made it. And Frank, ahead on the green, you could have a really crazy putt if you're not careful.
This is probably the most undulating green on the golf course, so you do not want to be going in with too flat a second shot.
Frank, club selection is so important on this second shot here at the 16th.
Yeah, any time that the elements don't work in your favor, and by that I mean here the false front, everything rolling back, then you've got to actually be more aggressive, and you're going to get the reward. So it's not like playing reckless golf. It's just the terrain dictates that you fly the ball every inch of the way.
Pretty good shot right there, about 10 feet away, setting up the putt for birdie. This one just requires a little bit of focus.
You'd like that one again.
Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important that this one goes in.
That's a nice confidence builder right there. You make those for par, and you keep things steady. Now to the 17th, 374 yards, and Frank, players might be licking their chops here.
They certainly would, Rich. Bunkers left and right, but they can be carried with an aggressive tee shot. And it'll set up just a short iron into a green that pitches towards you. So maybe just a little bit underneath the flag with a second shot. And really a chance to have a fast finish.
That was just a beautiful drive, and hit it solid and right in the middle. Took the big stick off the tee, but still challenging short second shot coming up here, Frank.
A much shorter second shot here on 17, Rich. But because that green's elevated, you've actually got to be that much more precise with this pitch.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
From about 8 feet. Good putt. Here we are at the 18th at Banff Springs, 578-yard par 5. Frank, did you like to finish a round with a par 5?
Certainly if I could birdie it, that's for sure. And there's a good chance here at 18 you can, but there's bunkers galore. They're all in play for various standards of play. Oh, he is winding this one up. Does he have the power, though? Whoa, that is long.
He has just hammered this drive here at the 18th, and now he is in a really good position to make a birdie here on the final hole. That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. These putts keep the round together. No problems there.
Well, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Well, here we are at the final hole here at Banff Springs, 578-yard par 5, and Frank, a chance to finish the round with a flourish.
If you're one of the fortunate to hit this fairway, it's very reachable, but well protected by bunkers, left, right, central bunkers as well. You really have to be aware of two things, the wind direction and exactly how far you can carry that tee shot if you want to find this fairway.
Alright, so between also over and out. And also shout out to this music. It sounds like Iron Man's theme music and Avengers Infinity War and Endgame theme music. So Iron Man's theme music and Avengers theme music put together. Alright, let's get it. Yeah! Let's go! Alright, so between Naruto. Over and out.